Hi YouTube, this is Scott, Sega Saturn Lad, back, and we're just cracking on with the part 2 of the PlayStation Portable PSP collection. So this is going to be from N onwards. I think we got up to M last time. So the next one is, we have a couple of Need for Speed. So we've got Need for Speed Wanted, and I'll do this one as well at the same time. So we've got Need for Speed Carbon. Really, I must admit, EA did quite a good job in terms of getting the Need for Speeds on the PSP. They're really good games, really obviously more arcade. Well, Need for Speed is arcadey anyway, but definitely kind of obviously if you enjoy the early sort of, you know, the PlayStation 2 type era you know, Need for Speeds, check these out. They're really you know, typical cops and robbers and all that sort of jazz that goes on with the Need for Speeds. This is probably the best racing game on the PSP. Certainly, I think visually the most impressive. It's amazing, really, how this even managed to come out on it. And it's Outrun 2006, Coast to Coast. Fantastic game. Obviously, you can get this on the PS2 and the Xbox. But this is, it looks fantastic. It's got solid frame rate. I mean, it plays fantastic. I think it's well suited to the PlayStation Portable as well. You know, really, really good fun. Next one we've got is a Dreamcast classic, and this is the Power Stone Collection. So again, another compilation of Power Stone 1 and Power Stone 2. Graphically, it's pretty much the same as the Dreamcast. I can't really notice any difference, but it's you know, if you like Smash Brothers, that kind of third, you know, different kind of. It's hard to explain what Power Stone's about, but if you never played it, it's well worth picking up. It's very, very. I think the first one's actually better than the second one, but yeah, if you like Smash Brothers, check out Power Stone. I picked this up just because I wanted a copy of Pro Evo on the PSP, and it is just Pro Evo. It was 10p. This was Pro Evo at the prime, you know, when it was the daddy, before it kind of lost its way a little bit, really. But I remember everyone was playing Pro Evo. I don't think it ever outsold FIFA, but it certainly was to the point where it was a serious rival to FIFA. Now it's kind of just died away, really. Next one is a PSP exclusive. This is Pursuit Force. These are really, really good games. You basically, it's a kind of third-person driving slash action adventure. Really good, and you know, you play a cop who jumps between cars and takes out the bad guys, and definitely a bit of a gem on the PSP. If you haven't, I mean, it's next to Peanuts as well on the system. Well worth picking up. Next one we've got is the classic Ridge Racer. I think this was a launch title. I remember, like I said, when I first saw a PSP, it was in the old Game Station when they'd just come out, and just seeing this blew me away. It was like having something like, you know, a PlayStation 2 in your pocket. You know, graphically, it just was absolutely amazing. It still does look quite good now. You know, I think obviously the small screen, you know, pays dividends, doesn't it? It hides a lot of the defects that we you know, can spot nowadays, but really, really good. Typical. I think Ridge Racer's not for everyone, but certainly that was a cracking game. This one, again, another fantastic retro-inspired game. That is Mega Drive Collection. A couple of notable absentees on this is the Streets of Rage series. You know, you've got the, might just be due to the size limitations, but you've got some classics on there. You get your Sonic, Echo the Dolphin, Chameleon, Vector Man. Yeah, there's obviously Comic Zone as well on there. There's, I think they could have probably picked maybe choicer titles, but in terms of you know, it's great to have. It's the only one on there as well. They didn't do a version, so. Next one I picked up is the Sonic Rivals. This is more like a racing game, or I would say it's a racing game, but you race other characters in the sort of Sonic universe. So it's not like your typical sort of platform. It's not like a normal sort of 3D Sonic game. It's more, you know, you're racing across the levels, really. And it was more of the same with the second one, so Sonic Rivals 2. Again, not so much platformy, more just kind of racing the different various characters. Next one we picked up is Street Fighter Alpha 3. Yeah, I mean it plays. I mean, it is Street Fighter Alpha 3. It's a great game. Unfortunately, the thing that lets this one down is the PSP D-pad. To me, it makes it next to impossible to play and enjoy, because unfortunately the D-pad is just so unresponsive. It's just not a game that you can enjoy on this system. To me, if you want to enjoy this game, it's to be honest, I think the GBA version, whilst obviously it's not a patch on this version compared to it graphically, you can pull out the moves easier on the GBA. On this, I find it extremely difficult. Next one we picked up is Super Monkey Ball Adventure. So again, we've all played Super Monkey Ball. You're a monkey in a ball, and it's you have to get to point A to point B as quick as possible, avoiding the obstacles. But yeah, I'm trying to smash through these. Next one we've got is Taito Legends powered up. I think this is more of the old school. So you've got New Zealand Story. Yeah, Space Invaders. Elevator Action. It's a bit of a classic, ain't it? So these are more sort of older school arcade games. This one is this was a really good conversion. I think graphically these look great. Tekken Dark Resurrection. So I believe this is effectively Tekken 5, or a remix version of Tekken 5. There's also Tekken 6 on the PSP. And I think graphically they look fantastic. They do look really smart compared to the PlayStation 2. But yeah, it's Tekken. And the next one we've got Test Drive Unlimited. It cost me the grand total of 50p. Haven't got around to playing it, but you can imagine it's going to be a standard affair, I'd imagine. Next one, this one is a bit of a funny one. This is Ultimate Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins rather. So this is similar to Castlevania on the PSP. This is a 2.5D remake of the original. Control-wise, it still feels the same, but yeah, it's a bit of a funny one. I think it looks really smart, but it's kind of like Maximo, what do you call it, on the PS2. Obviously, I know that was a proper 3D one. This one's a bit put, but I think this is Virtua Tennis World Tour. I think this is a really kind of a watered down version of the old Dreamcast games. There's not half as many modes, and I don't think there's the World Tour in it. But it plays like Virtua Tennis. And the final one we've got is PlayStation Classic Wipeout Pulse. So yeah, in Wipeout, it is Wipeout on the PSP. Looks alright. I mean, it looks pretty. I've got obviously the Wipeout on the Vita, and this is obviously it's night and day really. Right, so that's my PSP collection. Thanks very much for watching, and take care.